say. So that was what happened.
That was it. I was recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just turn it on because sometimes I'll forget.
There you go.
And then halfway through the podcast, we're like, yeah, we didn't record all this.
Oh, does that happen?
Yes.
Oh, God. That's the worst.
Yeah.
Not halfway, but I cut off the first 3 minutes of Tommy talking.
Yeah. I forget you obviously just edited it and started a little
I did.
later.
I edited it so you couldn't really tell.
But you're right. Just record right away, and you can edit obviously whatever you need to edit out. But.
Yep. And then whatever we don't need. Sometimes we say stupid shit before the podcast. That's like, fuck, why didn't we record this?
Yeah, it's the pre-podcast and the post-podcast, right?
Yes, the post-podcast podcast is always the best. Always the fucking best.
When you stop filtering.
Sid, what are your plans? You still doing nationals?
Oh, man, I was just talking to Luis about it, man. So I just got back on it hardcore, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I'm back up about 12 pounds. And so solid 12 pounds and everything's, volumizing. But the people I've talked to who've had to lose everything for whatever reason, it took them 18 months to get back to where they were at, Yeah. So for me, it's going to be, I'm looking at a year. So a year that's 33% less time. So I don't know. We'll see. Whatever if I feel comfortable with it, we'll see how.
And then has anything been difficult for you getting back in the swing of things? Is your appetite been good and you've been eating all your meals?
No, that was the thing. My appetite, I was on it, right? For a long time. And so when I was down to 3 meals a day, 2 meals a day, that's so nice because you don't have to pack meals everywhere. You eat when you're hungry. It doesn't matter. And just go out with your family and eat a meal at a restaurant. And you're not a pain in the butt. But now it's I'm back up to 5 meals, because I think that's a little bit better for my digestion. And so 5 meals a day, and then I was doing 4 days in the gym, and now I just kicked it back up to 5. So I think all that stuff is just, and then plus getting back on the supplementation, it all helps. So I think it'll come back quicker and quicker.
The strength come back pretty quickly already.
The strength is just at about 80 to 85%. But I was actually talking about this with a friend. And before, I was probably doing about maybe 50 to 75% more volume than I am now. And my strength was also higher. And so I feel like I should bring the strength back up first and then start bumping the volume up rather than, trying to increase the volume at this point. Just because I think I need that strength base before I start pushing volume. Otherwise, I'm never going to get those numbers back up to where they were.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Funny enough, I approached it a little differently. I tried getting my body used to the volume first with getting back in the swing of it, my total sets and all that. And now I've been slowly focusing on the strength again over the last week and a half or two. And I noticed my strength has come back really fast. Other than my legs, obviously, because I still got one leg that's catching up. My back, my shoulders, my chest, everything's pretty much almost to where I was at. Oddly enough, so
that's awesome. Yeah,
but I was only out 5 months. 5 months is different. Yeah, 5 months is different. So.
Yeah,
it's crazy because Sid, you don't know that, but I got my blood work back 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
bro, my test was at 66.
Are you serious? You're stuck with bunk?
So I don't know if it must have been because I was on TRT after after my show. I got off. I just stopped, bro. I was at 66. Okay.
Yeah.
I got back on. Right after I got that blood work, all I did was put in 500 of SIP.
Yeah.
Dude, you're definitely shooting canola oil in your ass.
Bro, I think so. So I didn't change, Chris didn't change any of my food, nothing. And I weighed in yesterday morning, and I was fucking up 8 pounds, dude. And I changed nothing. Nothing. I changed into nothing. I sent a check into Chris. I'm like, bro, I swear to God, I didn't binge all week, dude. I'm telling you, I was on my shit. And I'm up 8, just fucking shot up like that.
I'm sure you should look a lot fuller though.
I mean,
it's a spill over 8.
I don't look at myself like that anymore at the moment in the off season. I try not to, at least. I just make sure I train hard. You know me, I'm always bundled up in the gym anyway, so I just train my ass off. When I send my check-ins in, I take my pictures, I send them, and I don't overanalyze them because I'll just have a bad day. You know what I mean? So I just send them off to Chris. Yeah. That's your job, dude. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey, shot you some pics. I'm not supposed to check in until Monday or Tuesday. But I shot you some pics today because I'm randomly up like fucking 8 pounds. And he was like, yeah, well, if your shit was that low and then you got on 500, your body must be feeling really good, which is true. I've slept better, less anxious, just more pep in my step for sure. You know.
So did you switch your source or what happened?
I didn't switch sources, but it was a different brand this one time. This one time was a different brand that I got. And, you know, I was using that Test E towards the tail end of my prep, right? And I think towards the tail end of my prep, I wouldn't really fucking know if it's working or not because I have Tren, Winnie, Masteron in my system anyway. So you could get away with it. And then I was using that as my TRT for 9 weeks. And then I got blood work and I was at 66.
Oh, you still stayed at a really good body comp.
Decent.
Despite all that, right?
Like when I found out we were at 66, like we were both like, okay, yeah, we did a decent job enough at that 66. But we noticed 2 weeks ago my body started falling apart a bit. Like I started getting softer. And Chris is like, he called, he's like, I think it's time we get back on gear. Just let me know when your blood work gets back. Blood work got back and he's just like, yep. Yep. And I was like, fuck, dude. Like, that's insane.
How long were you taking that test for? Was it also like weeks before prep, or was it just the tail end?
It was tail end. It was like the last 3 weeks of that prep.
So you didn't get your wife pregnant with being on that test, did you?
No, I got my wife pregnant on Primo and PP and Test E.
That's wild. A little Primo baby.
Yeah. And dude, keep in mind, we were trying for 3 years, actually trying for 3 years prior to that, and it didn't happen.
And then you just gave up, said, screw it, I'm hopping on a cycle. The baby's not happening.
We're doing a prep. And then like 5 weeks into the prep, she's like, I'm pregnant. I'm like, huh, okay. That's how that's going to go. So, hey, it worked out well. I don't have to quit bodybuilding for a year or two. You know, 2 birds with 1 stone.
He hasn't responded to me, dude. So we'll just start off with the intro. And we'll just see if he hops on, right? It's been going on for a while. So what's up, you guys? We already started a little bit. We'll probably end up starting at the beginning portion. But we are back with episode, was it 12, 13?
13.
13 on the Mind Money
Lucky number 13
podcast. Yeah, lucky number 13. We got a guest with us, Mr. Sid Rye. We were catching up with him, see how he's been doing. How much weight have you gained already, bro? Since then, I guess we didn't get the number on that.
I don't remember where I was at, but now I'm up to 252. So, you know, getting back. Not the 260s where I've been, but
Sid the Kid is back at it.
Yeah, I'm officially bigger than Sid when it comes to the weight wise.
I'm getting those comments again about, oh wow, you're a big guy. It was the weirdest feeling for, 10 years where you're serious and you're like this muscular dude, and then you spend 8 months being like a shriveled mess of yourself, and nobody even notices. Which, when you're big, you're like, oh, these comments suck. But then when you're little, you miss those comments.
No, man. Dude, to me, I enjoy those comments. To me, it feels like I'm doing a good job. If I don't get stopped at the grocery store when I go to the grocery store, it's a failed trip for me. It's like, at least I have to be stopped alone.
Can you guys tell me what it's like to be big? Because I've never once been called big in my life.
Dude, Marcel's so much that body type, because he wears these big baggy shirts, he just floats in it. He's like that. Like, he needs a pose. He needs to be like shirtless and shit. That's how what he looks like.
You gotta be. You're like me when I was younger. They would be like, "Wow, Sid looks so awesome without his shirt on." But then when you got his shirt on, you can't tell.
It was when you were a light heavyweight, right? A light heavy. Yeah. It's as soon as you cross over to the heavyweight, you just finally. It's like unnoticeable.
I wear baggy clothes, so it doesn't help me. So it's always funny because like I don't look like anything. Like when you see me normal clothes. I don't look like anything.
What do the kids call that? A sleeper build? Is that
sleeper.
What they say?
I'm a
sleeper build. Yeah, sleeper build. That's.
And you got your pump cover on. Oh man, they love you on TikTok.
You know who's kind of like that when he was smaller as well was Keon. Because I met him in person when he was smaller, not recently. So I don't know what he's like now, but like this was like 4 years ago.
You're talking about Breon Ansley, right?
No,
Keon. You said Keon, but Breon is too.
Breon is the same thing. He wears a shirt. And he doesn't look like shit. And then he takes off his clothes and he poses, and you're like, oh fuck.
He's just
clothes, just
narrow. Yeah.
In clothes, it is what it is. He's a smaller person.
It must be a classic physique thing. I think it's a classic physique.
I mean, it helps when you're almost 6'2" and you're like, it's okay.
It's funny because I'm still trying to be called a bodybuilder.
I get confused for like football players, some shit more often than not. Like,
because that's what you get when you're over 6 foot. They're like, okay, you must be athletic. You got that height for some purpose, right?
Yeah.
I get Conor McGregor.
I'm a bodybuilder.
Conor McGregor, yeah, I
get Conor McGregor more than I do bodybuilder.
That's funny.
And I'm like, do you guys realize Conor McGregor is like 145 pounds when it fights? Like, that's like the biggest slap in the face you could think of.
He's got big though. He's got big.
Big now, yeah. He's a big guy now, you know.
But when you think about it, he's still like 165 pounds right now.
For sure.
You know what I mean? You're like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, it's a lot better than it would have been like in his featherweight days. I don't think that's the insult you might think it is. You know, like everybody. When I see them post Conor McGregor on like the MMA Instagram pages, and they're like, "Wow, Conor's on the juice," everybody's like, "This is huge, man!" Like, so it's not bad.
It depends what lens you're looking at from. Obviously, our lens, he's nothing in our world. Okay. Yeah, but dude, it's like you're right. It's like in that world, like kind of Bradley Martin, like he's a beast. He's huge. He's tall. He's 260, I think. But he's not big in our world. Like he would be a men's physique guy if that. You know what I mean? Okay. Like
that's all he did. He did a men's physique show.
Oh, he did. Oh,
Bradley Martin.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a couple friends that like they were all friends with him in SoCal, and one of them coached Bradley when he was younger. And he actually, I think he placed 4th at the USA or something. He won a couple muscle
he has a good
shows.
build. He has a good taper, you know, for a big tall guy in small waist. You see the potential, but obviously you can tell he's more of a lifestyle guy. He likes having his fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I'm talking. That was me until the last year and a half.
No, but seriously though, it's funny because I used to get so fucking pissed off all the time. All my friends call me small. They still all call me small because I'm still the smallest one of everybody. It used to bug me so much. I don't give a fuck now, but it used to bug me so much. I used to be like, just want to be called big once in my life. But I hang around with all bigger people, so it's like, yeah, that's probably never going to happen.
Well, dude, the first people I was exposed to when I got out here in Phoenix was Cuban Flex, Sid, a dude named Eula, all these dudes that were like fucking jacked there. I was like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I went to Metroflex and there was Charles Curtis there. Remember Matt Juris?
Yep. Oh, man. Yeah. Those were good times back in like 2016.
They were, man. They were, yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have kind of left the game, you know? Ula's out. Charles is kind of doing his thing. Matt Juris has been out.
I think he's going to compete next year.
Yeah, Charles will be. What did you say, Luis? Charles next year for sure. Go ahead.
I would say, do you keep tabs with Ula at all? Have you talked to him?
No.
You
know me. Either. I have like I have beefs with people that I don't have beef, but they have beef with me. So it just.
But it's not from the Photoshop, is it? Is that from
no? It's still from the Photoshop.
It is. Oh wow.
I'm still hurt over that.
I mean, didn't you take down the highlight anyways?
Yeah, I took it down, but it's all good.
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm not mad about it. You know, I'm good with it.
I know. Yeah, but it's so funny. It's like we were like I think I was talking to Dom about this. It's like even the way you and I like have little like differences, but it's like I never once got mad at you like oh, fuck Sarah. You know what I mean? It's like it's just something when I heard this shit, I was like oh fucking asshole. But like I know I was never like you're wrong. It was just like I don't know. Some people just don't like hearing it, right? So
my personality's not for everybody. Yeah? That's as simple.
Dude, but it's like I'd rather have someone that's real with me, and I know I'm being told what he would say to me even behind my back, and someone that's like I don't know what to say.
I'm trying to. Speaking of Photoshop, I'm gonna pull something up.
Man,
if Sid can remember
put together.
Yeah. Our fucking.
When we did a podcast
that was years ago, dude.
Yeah, that was back in like what 2019 or 2020,
something like that. Hold on, let's see if I can find it.
Ago. You guys talked about Photoshop before?
No, back Marcel put together a Photoshop of me, Isaac, him. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up this.
Marcel was the graphic design guy. He's had the skills. We relied on him.
I'm trying to see if I could.
This dude was struggling to make a thumbnail right now. You should have seen him.
Hard.
They are tough to make, right? I feel like that's what people are getting paid for is making thumbnails. That's the hard part.
I have my little sister. I've been paying her to help me out with all this shit. I'm like, I don't even want to figure it out. Here you go.
Keep the money in the family, right?
Yeah.
It's on our thumbnail. right? Like, but I'm trying to how to pull up the thumbnail.
Oh, there's Dom.
Sorry,
There's our
boys.
last special guest. What up, Dom?
My
Going on.
apologies. Sid,
You're good, brother.
you're looking
Long
great,
time,
bro.
man.
How are you?
I'm filling back out. I'm good. I just posed your client, Mohammed.
Oh yeah, Mo.
Yeah,
He's awesome,
yeah,
bro.
he's looking good. Yeah,
Dude.
he's looking a lot better.
What do you think, man? He's feeling. They got him pulling down pretty low right now. He's flat as a pancake. But overall, the improvements. His arms came up. His vacuum.
His waist's a lot tighter. I mean, I think he still has to add back some of that size that he lost from being sick. But you know, I think he's good. He's going to be in really good shape, and he has the good muscle belly, some really nice wow factor body parts. But it's a tough show though, so we'll see how he does.
Show,
but
bro.
I think we really fixed some things that, like, posing wise, that were kind of off, and so I think he'll do good. I think he'll do all right for sure. He won't look bad. That's for sure.
He has that like aesthetic, like Class A type lines and look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with some freakiness to it. Freakiness too.
Yeah. He has way more size. Yeah. The lines, it's a different, almost like Rafa and like horse. It's a different look.
Yeah, no, it's an aesthetic look with some freaky body parts. Like the quads are gnarly, right? You've seen them on Muhammad, and like the biceps are really good, and just he's good.
He's Muhammad's still new, bro. He's like only been a pro for like 4 years. You know what I mean? His first year he got smoked at the Olympia, but he won Portugal or something by mistake. He didn't even know he won. It's pretty funny. So he went baby Mo, got smoked, came back. You know, we put on like 32 pounds in like 8 months or something. Andrew Wu is a freaking genius, and Mo is a machine. So that was pretty cool. And then we end up.
Oh man, this is a throwback.
You remember this classic, dude?
That was Luis. You saw that, didn't you? On Instagram.
The guy looks familiar. Yeah,
you never saw this one?
This must have been years ago.
Yeah, it was a couple.
Look at fucking Sid's waist, dude.
Oh, nothing. You guys didn't do anything to my waist. I know you just tweaked the arms a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, just like I didn't do anything to my arms.
I think.
Look at Isaac's
put together
waist.
One. Yeah. If Isaac had that waist, he would crush it. That would be.
No, he would be
that's
ridiculous.
the missing thing.
With the fucking hamstrings on top of me. Look.
I think you got to put together one of these for Derek, Luis, and Dom.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I just have to get some good pictures of us, and then we'll do it. Anyway, back from my throwback here. That's pretty funny. Dude, I remember we did it live too, right? Like we did it live on the podcast. We were just fucking laughing our asses off, like giant body parts. So, anyway,
that was pre-Goob, right? I don't think Goob existed.
That's pre-Goob. That was definitely pre-Goob. Yeah,
we've been on our game.
Don, brother, are you with us or are you stuck?
He looks frozen.
Yeah, he looks frozen. Yeah.
I just thought he was disgruntled, but I guess he's frozen.
He's had to hop off and hop on maybe a couple times. I don't know if it's his.
I think it's his phone reception thing.
Yeah.
So what do we? He's in SoCal right now, right?
There you go.
You're in SoCal, Dom? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's here. This app is fucking with me, bro. But anyway, no, Sid, I appreciate you helping, man. You got a really good eye. I gotta hire you too. I remember. Do you remember that year? It was like right after COVID, and you came to Muscle Factory, and I just started working there a little bit. Like, kind of Dusty was sick, and I was there working, and I had a little guy. His name is Ryan. He came into town from TG Chula, and he was there. He won the middleweight pro card that year, and remember we had the USA's was out here, and Muscle Factory was the home gym, was the host gym. So everybody was there. But I remember when you were learning.
Oh.
Right at the peak of the story.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I told him multiple times I'm not having to buy my
iPhone. He's on the Android? Oh, no.
I think it's the reception.
Yeah, I think you got to buy him a new house because the Wi-Fi out there is not good.
service.
Yeah, no, I think I vaguely remember what he was talking about. I don't think I helped a middleweight though. I was at Muscle Factory and Tad. You guys know Tad, right? Tad Inui.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a pro judge, national judge, and he helped me with my posing. He was really helpful, honestly.
Yeah. He recently had some issues, right? I feel like I remember seeing something.
Yeah, kidney failure, unfortunately. Yeah. So
I think Dom actually knows him too. Obviously, Tad.
Yeah, you know Tad. You were going to talk about Tad. Was that it, Dom?
Yeah, I was literally saying because like I remember Tad drilling you and you just like getting waxed, bro. It was like the first time you ever got fucked up in a posing, and Tad really loved it. He was really into it. So
Tad was awesome, man. He just went above and beyond, just really doing his best for me. Like he gave me some like really small, like nominal fee because when you go help somebody, like even if you're just helping them, it's always a good thing to pay them, right? And so he quoted me something like tiny. I can't remember what it was.
40 bucks. He wanted $50 or something like that
for like an hour, which is not much at all. Yeah.
No,
so,
I was really it was that was when I really kind of like became a fan.
I was sweating, yeah. For sure.
Oh, you went out again.
Got again. We want to hop into what we're discussing for the day?
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into it before we just keep talking about stories. Huh? Yeah. So, like, 'cause we do that all day too, especially with the history of me and Dom have and me and Sid. But obviously, the first thing we go ahead.
Tad had a good podcast too at some point, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he did one with I can't remember his name, but
because I remember Tad the Diet Coach, like his intro all the time. Tad the Diet Coach from his
podcast for forever, man, for years.
He went to the Olympia. He competed in the Olympia too.
No, in his prime, he looked really good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's full Hawaiian or half Hawaiian, half Japanese.
Well, there he goes again.
I think we gotta just keep Dom on the sideline for this one because this is just for the good of the podcast. We might have to give him the food, man.
The topics I want to go over today was just the prize money increase, that new category that came out in Brazil, and Arnold predictions. And if you guys want, we'll make them final predictions, and we'll put in $25. I think I talked to you about this a while back.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be good.
Again, get the most points correct, and we'll do it. So
did you write down my predictions from last time?
Yeah. Last time
all right. It's all messed up from back then.
It's probably different than when you said
now are these all set in stone, or do we get a chance to revamp our predictions here?
Yeah, this will be. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get changing as we get closer.
Since half the lineup is out.
Yeah, next week will probably be the last chance because it's like 2 weeks out, right? Yeah. So
we gotta lock it in. And
so I mean, let's just talk about the whole prize money thing first, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So that's with that extract company who's like the one that Guy owns, or I was like, I tried to do a little research on that. I was like, I didn't
the MIT
see too
company.
Much.
Yeah, Mid 45 and Uprising Extracts. I think Mid 45 purchased either like a majority share of the entirety of Uprising Extracts, and so Mid 45, from my understanding, was outside of the fitness industry, and Uprising Extracts was founded by Guy and some other people, and so it was really fitness industry oriented. And so now to expand their reach into the fitness industry, they made that acquisition, and now I don't know whose idea it was. I'm guessing Guy, but they decided to put like $210,000 forward for just prize money for open pro bodybuilding shows, and so I think that's awesome. Like I don't know how much of like 210 going just straight to the athletes is great. I assume some portion of that sponsorship went to the pro league itself as well. Like I don't know if it's like a 420 total and then it's 210, 50-50, or like or just all 210 just went straight to the athletes, but more money for the athletes is great. And like earmarking that money for the athletes, you can't fault them for that at all.
No, yeah. It's something they've been asking for a while now to increase it because it's been the same for years and blah blah blah. It's not a whole lot, but it's heading in the right direction. It's helping athletes. Most of the guys, obviously, I don't think rely on the contest money anyways. It's all just a bonus and incentive. So most of them obviously have sponsorships and other incomes. So it's just nice to have extra money. So
it looks a lot better too, because I think, was it Prague that had 5K as the prize money for the Open?
Yeah, I think the minimum. Yeah,
there was some shows where it was kind of pathetic seeing that prize money on the checks. I would be, if I was a pro bodybuilder. It's amazing to win a pro bodybuilding show, but you win that show, you pose with your check, and you show that to your family. It's like, oh my goodness, can I block the 5K? Can I block the 3K? Whatever. This is what I've been busting my butt for, But
especially if it's a U.S. competitor is going overseas, they're probably spending that money just on the trip alone. They don't even count the prep. So 3, 4K, 5K isn't much nowadays, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I think I also saw that some shows are following suit too. I think I saw Dubai Pro, they doubled their prize money too. They're just following the.
They threw a lot of money into all the classes. Got the increase. I think Dubai for the 50K for Open now, first place.
Yeah, Open's 40K. Yeah, and then 40, it's 25 and 20 for the Classic and Men's Physique, and 15 for 212.
25 for Men's Physique,
which is good. That's one of the top 2 or 3 non-Arnold, non-Olympia shows. Mm-hmm. So,
and honestly, it should be that way just because of the fact that there's no reason that any professional athlete in the top tier of their sport, they should be making at least $500,000 a year. If you make it to the Olympia, in my opinion, as a bodybuilder, your income should be close to $500,000 a year. That's just that's the top 20 in the world of whatever you do. You should be easily supporting yourself from it. Easily.
For sure.
And it sucks because it's not that. If some of these guys make $100K from prize money in a year, that's fuck, well, I had a stellar year.
Well, a lot of the money that I feel used to be in the industry was obviously from the contracts, also the weird contracts, all that. That stuff doesn't really exist anymore because of the game's changed, social media, your fitness influencers, it's all just a marketing. So it's why would they want to pay a pro bodybuilder a contract just to compete when they could pay a kid that has 200K followers on TikTok and get potentially the same return in profit, so it's shitty.
It's the hustle too, right? Because I think, Terrence Ruffin pointed this out, that when he signed his first or second subcontract, he put a clause in that his supplement company would match whatever he made in prize money. And so if you do that and you compete a decent amount and you do well, you can make a good amount in bonuses, right? From competing. If you're that'll help you out. And then I think bodybuilders are kind of lazy, right? Because bodybuilding, right? It's 6 meals a day, right? And it's 2 hours in the gym, and then maybe, an extra hour of cardio, hour and a half. And so there's a lot of portion of the day that you can do, like you guys, train clients, put out content. Yeah. So I think that any of these guys in the top 20 should be able to make that 500K amount based off of anything bodybuilding related. It just comes down to how much they're willing to game the system, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the prize money, I think, definitely should be increased, and I think that just comes down to what I realized from this situation was that companies have the option of stipulating their sponsorship dollars go straight to the athletes, right? Because we've heard all these people say, how do we get more money there needs to be more money for the athletes. And you've got all these companies that make money off the athletes, right? They're hardcore bodybuilding brands or the Real Bodybuilding Podcast, whatever. And they're out there sponsoring, Sam Sulek, which is great for their company's pockets. But are they putting money into building up are they doing what Mid 45 did? I don't see it. Are they becoming title sponsors? Are they like the top tier sponsors of the league? And stipulating that the money goes to the athletes? No, apparently not, right? Because this is the first time I've seen this. So
honestly, it's so funny you say it that way. It's kind of the first time I'm having it that way, with the whole sound thing. And it's true. It's to say you're a brand a certain way, and then I think about that.
And I get it.
Exactly. So, they could definitely up a little more too. But I get it. And hopefully with more like this, I always thought that with more mainstream attention, that would maybe potentially in the future. I mean, I don't see like Ford or anything that's sponsoring us, but other maybe supplement lines that become big, like Kratom or like these other things that are starting to kind of be borderline, like I don't know, THC dispensaries. They don't really sponsor anything else, so maybe they'll come into our world and
no, for sure.
So
or energy drink companies, right? Like Monster sponsors Flex Lewis, right? They sponsored MMA. Like MMA is an edgy sport. I don't know why. Like bodybuilders sure drink a lot of energy drinks, right? So I think it's a great fit for them to get a.
Do you think it's mainly that stigma because because of the way we look? Is that you think like most of the companies don't want to have sponsor a guy like that?
Well, I mean that and it just doesn't have the fan base, right? If people were willing to pay and watch and the way that they're willing to pay for whatever other edgy thing, like, I don't know, BMX racing or BMX biking or whatever it is, and like these extreme sports, then they'd get the sponsorship dollars, right? But if you don't have the viewers, and the thing is, like, you have these fans who don't want to put forward the money to pay for the pay-per-view for the shows because they'd rather watch it, 15 minutes later on one of the Instagram pages. And it's like, if you're not going to support the show, like, how are you going to get sponsors if nobody's going to watch it, right? Like,
and the people in the industry don't even support it. Why would anyone else outside of it? Yeah. Very true. I mean, that's
but
another
then the
conversation.
other thing is, though, like, if the pro league isn't putting, like, when you think about the NFL, right? Like, the NFL, they put on the games, and they have plenty of people in the audience who could, take their cell phone cameras out and film the field, and like you could watch the game through somebody's cell phone streaming it on Facebook, right? But you don't, because the product that you get from these mega distribution like media companies is fantastic. You would never want to watch somebody playing it on their cell phone, right? But the streams that the league puts out are not the quality to where we want that over a cell phone video, right? So that comes down to also, so there's two sides to it, of course, and I think both sides need to step up. Fans need to be better, the league needs to be better, the supplement companies need to be less greedy. Everybody's to blame, right, for why people aren't getting paid.
It's funny you said that. I was about to go into that conversation that's been happening on like the bodybuilding podcast about building up like or something where you have to pay a subscription base and then let it kind of be what's self pays for like the work, the camera, the crew, it just obviously doesn't need upfront money. And I know I watched I think an episode where like Fuad and like Seth were talking about it together. It's like someone that has that money, has that capital, could potentially start this, and then I think people would pay like a $9.99 a month to have all the shows available, or a good chunk of the shows. I think people would pay that. So I don't know. I think it needs to be set up first. I feel, but
yeah, we're also in the 21st century where like 99% of the just amateur NPC shows have a live stream. Why does not every single pro show have a live stream? There should be no reason why a professional league does not even have a live stream set up. And I'm not even talking about make it 17 camera angles and make it super fancy. Fuck it, just prop a camera and fucking hit live. Do you know how many people will tune into that just to see the events unfold live? I know I would. I think any other bodybuilder fan would. Why? Like, you would pay for the subscription for the year, whatever, $100, whatever the fuck it is. And then you have access to all this bodybuilding content that, like, us as bodybuilding fans, not even coaches or competitors, like, would love to see. Like, I mean, we enjoy watching it. Yeah.
Wings of Strength every show this year had a live stream and also gave free videos of your pre-judging and finals.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's doable, man. It's who wants to not be greedy, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, there's an avenue. Okay, all right. So everything in America is capitalistic at the moment, right? Everybody needs to make money on everything. That's why everything's so expensive. So every single person needs to freaking make money on everything. There isn't anything that's just like, okay, let's just do it to do it. We'll make money in other avenues. No, everything has to be fucking maximize profit at all time. But this would make money for the IFBB. That's what I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, easily.
Like, dude, even if it was $199 for the whole year, how many bodybuilders would pay that? Tons.
Yeah,
tons. Yeah. I mean, I pay for like the New York Pro. I pay for the Olympia. I pay for the Arnold. That right there is already $200. They're at $50 each or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? So I pay that whenever there is a pay-per-view. I just do it because I want to watch it. So
I guess it's easier for us to say because we do pay for pay-per-views. We're fans.
Yeah.
If it's there, we jump on it. Yeah.
There's so many people though that watch and they're not paying, right?
Yeah,
and so and the thing is, like I said, if they were filming on a camera like you got, Marcel, like everybody wants to tune in to see that, right?
Yeah.
But the product that they're giving out, there was a muscle contest stream that they put on for the Cali Pro where, oh my God, it was lagging, the lights were bad, and it's just like you can't even see the show. You know, I remember paying, this is in COVID, the COVID year, I put like $29.99 for that, and I almost like put a fraud charge on my credit card. I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I paid for this crap, you know?
Olympia 2 years ago, I don't know if you guys remember that.
That was buffering and all that.
When not even the buffering. They're fucking announcing the winner of Mr. Olympia. And they're fucking interviewing a bikini chick on the live stream instead of showing who won the Olympia.
I didn't see that.
Dude, we saw who won the Olympia on Instagram before I fucking heard it on the live stream. Because they were interviewing the winner of the Bikini Olympia. Dude, I was about to literally throw a fucking rock at the TV because I was like, we just paid $69 for this shit. And I'm watching, like, all power to Bikini. I'm not shitting on you, but I want to see who won fucking Mr. Olympia first. And then I'll listen to your interview.
I mean, that's a whole other conversation too. The production effort, like they put.
That was fucking embarrassing.
It's like, come on. You guys have the money. It's not like it's a money thing. It's not like it's not having resources, right? It's like, what's the issue?
I think they try hard in the wrong places, right?
Yes.
They try too hard on the stuff that we don't value. And there just needs to be some type of like, the communication needs to be fixed. I feel like they're going in different directions, like missing each other.
What's so crazy is they have people I feel like are young enough to be aware of all this. They're deep within the, the circle to mention these things. You know, and like you said, it'd be an easy profit for them. Easy.
Bro, the worst part is we are below like a professional cornhole league on our production. Professional cornhole is on fucking ESPN.
Yeah.
And we can't even get a live stream, bro. That's bad. That's embarrassing.
No, it's true. Though.
It is.
Like, the thing is, guys, like, I think Tyler is honestly going to do a really good job in the next couple of years. I think he already put out that NPC IFBB newsletter. Did you guys see that come out this month?
What is it?
No.
Okay. They put out a email newsletter monthly for NPC and IFBB competitors, and just like, like a professional corporate newsletter, giving the updates and the news that is happening in the month, upcoming shows, what's 4 weeks out, 8 weeks out, 12 weeks out, etc. And so, it's just, he's the type of guy who's going to modernize. Modernize, just get with the times, make everything look a lot nicer. Because, up until 5 years ago, you were paying like cash for your NPC card.
True.
You'd have to mail in a check for your NPC news magazine and stuff. It was wild, Like now finally they have, muscleware for your music, and you don't have to take a CD to your show to hand that over.
Another one, That's another one,
It's a lot, like they're modernized for sure.
Yeah, so, they definitely are getting better. We're obviously, just because we compare it to other professional leagues, because we want the best for our sport too. We love it as much as like a football player loves the NFL. You know what I mean? We just want it to be at the best tip-top shape possible.
Well, a lot of the times it's just pure embarrassment. Like, it's embarrassing to
some stuff,
it's like a professional league. Like, we're professionals here, and then it's like we get paid like $1,000 for a classic physique win. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No live streams, no nothing. I just want bodybuilding to be more accessible to people, because I think the more people view the live streams, obviously, then there's the sponsorships themselves become more profitable for the sponsors. It's more eyeballs rather than just the people that are doing it live. Coaches fucking buy spots on shows. You know what I mean?
And they can do that because there's coaches that are doing it regularly. Like, Justin Mahali.
Mm-hmm.
He covered the entire prize money for the Texas Pro Open. He put that money up from his coaching team. And then Cut sponsors the muscle contest shows. Like,
true.
I don't know that he specifically put some money towards, the athlete pay, which is what Mihaly does.
Yeah.
But, like you can do it, and but people aren't. Like they say that they're for it, but they're not. It's just like with how scorned women will say that, oh, their man didn't do this for me, and you say to them, if he wanted to do it, he would have done it for you, right? Like, why is my man not, taking me out for a date or whatever? If the sponsors that you think are hardcore bodybuilding companies wanted to do it for you, they would freaking do it because you clearly can do it now, right? But it's just all about, the image of it and making money off our backs rather than actually promoting the sport and making it better. So I hope that this year people finally come to see who's really about it with the bodybuilding sponsors, because all of these companies should be lining up to increase it. Like all these hardcore companies, Axe and Sledge, like freaking HD,
Hostile.
Raw Revive, Hostile, if they're not putting money up specifically for athlete pay, and like Fuad Abiad goes out, is talking about all the time, all this stuff he's blowing his money on, right? He's taking distributions from his company left and right. He's not putting that back in to invest. He's enjoying what his company's making. And he's not putting that towards the bodybuilders that he's making his money off of, right? He put that towards Samson. He puts that towards Sam Solik, and then he gets rich off of it. But he so I hope that this is the year that people open their eyes and be like, oh, so-and-so does so much for the industry. Do they, or do they just line their pockets by acting like they're the savior of the industry? That's what it really is, right? So
you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I just never looked at it that way, but he's right. It's like some of these companies, the way they talk, the way they, it's like
Fuad does say it on his podcast all the time how much he loves bodybuilding, how it's given him everything, and now, you're right. I don't see him going out there and fucking lining the athletes.
Obviously, he has the show that he now started. Yeah. So, like, why wouldn't he want to, like, right away with that aspect, like, put some prize money that grabs everyone's attention? Whereas, like, because right after the Arnold, he made it good enough the money. Why wouldn't everyone from the Arnold just hop right on it? Like, damn, $50K in first place or $70K?
And he's gonna make a lot of money off that show because he puts the money up for the pro show based off what he makes from the amateur show, right? And all the people in this industry, all the amateurs, they all love Fuad. So they're going to rush to do that amateur show, and he's going to make bank off of that. You can guarantee that. It's going to be booked out. It's going to be like a stacked show.
500 athlete for amateurs, for sure.
Yeah, and a full crowd too. For like all the normies that, or not the normies, but the non-competitors that want to see it and just see what the show is like.
Well, also, I'm sure Sam Solik is going to be there. He's going to attract all that, dude.
Exactly. Sam Solik's going to attract all the normies too. So, so it actually will be normies. Not just non-competitors, but actual normies.
That's the crazy thing about that kid. Like, don't get me wrong, he looks great for his age, good physique and all that. But I was talking to Marcel about that. How did he get so popular? Like, I watch his stuff. He's not bad, but it's like, damn, you got millions of subscribers? Like, what? I don't know. I don't see it, but.
I think it's great. Like I think he's putting out overall. I like the message he's putting out. Like I think train hard in the gym, don't overcomplicate things. That's awesome. But like, I find it incredibly boring. I watched a minute of one video and like, I don't care to see some 22-year-old talk about the exercises he's been doing for 3 years, right? I've been doing this for 15 years. What do I care? But for the new kids, for the 18-year-olds, the 16-year-olds who are just starting out, this stuff is amazing, right? Because it's somebody their age they can relate to, and it's doing it, and he looks better than them, and they're like, okay, this is cool. This guy's got the secret, right? So we follow the Sam Solik method, and now we have
cereal and get fucking jacked.
It doesn't work for them as well, but it's at least they're having fun.
Yeah, like I said, I the whole Sam Solik thing, good for the kid. Honestly, I'm never gonna hate on anybody's hustle. Good for him. He fucking made it. I just, to me, it's like he's reached his peak at this point. Where does he go from here?
That's actually something else we were talking about. It almost is smarter for him not to compete. I don't think for him competing is going to benefit him. If anything, I feel it hurt him.
Get your money. Do your seminars. Do your autograph signings. Your pictures. Don't even waste your time dieting right now. Fuck.
Yeah. He's not going to be a good, like pro competitor. He can turn pro for sure, but as far as like, if you've seen his legs, like the shape isn't there to be, a high level pro is the problem, right? And so, I mean, but he looks great. I'm not like bashing him. I think he looks awesome, especially for how young he is and like he works hard and all that.
We're looking at through the IFBB lens, obviously. Yeah, the IFBB
exactly.
Open. Yeah. So it's
like you compare him to that Anton kid who turned pro at nationals. It's levels to this, man. Like that's a future top level pro, and then you have Sam Sulek, who's got a future as a top level influencer, right? It's two different things. They each have the potential to make plenty of money, but it's totally different categories of the weight warriors, right?
And Sam is already. That's the thing. Like I'm Sam. Like how much bigger can you get? This dude is fucking everywhere now. Everywhere.
He has more of a pull than Sebum when it comes to
that's insane.
His in-person showings. That's wild to me.
Yeah. Kids eat that shit up, but I mean, kudos to him.
Who was your guys? Who was the first?
Here's the thing, though. People are shitting on the dude bad, right? But on the other hand, is like this is the most normal, down to fucking earth meathead you could think of.
Exactly.
He didn't ask for this. He was literally just recording shit to record it because he likes to go train. And he recorded himself doing it, and all of a sudden, he fucking has millions of followers. He doesn't know what to do with it. Yeah. He's still that guy. He is still that boring guy that Sid was talking about. That's still him. But now he's like, fuck. What do I do with all this? So kudos
listen to a podcast of his with Fuad, and he's a nice kid. He seems like a really good, down to earth, like kid who's not gonna just think he's something special because he got all these followers. He's just a regular guy like us, right?
He's a fucking dumb meathead like us.
I mean, there's obviously some attributes about him because he does obviously make probably a good amount of money. I would guess he has a decent income. And from what I've been seeing and for his page, he drives like a little beater. He lives in a little apartment. Yeah. He seems to be a pretty smart kid. Guys, and he's not just blowing his money. He's not acting like a dickhead. No offense to the Trent twins, but those guys are a whole nother level when it comes to their mindset, what they're putting out there, and this dude's just so calm. He doesn't get into negativity. He doesn't. It's a different.
He's a kid that likes bodybuilding.
It's wild. The kids these days have Sam Sulek, and they brought the Trent twins, and those are just. I haven't seen much of either, right? I just seen little snippets on Instagram that pops up on my real feed, and they're polar opposites, right?
They could not be any further apart. Yeah.
Well, dude, I mean, it's kind of like when I grew up with watching, rest in peace, Boston Lloyd, but he was one of the first guys I watched. And then I used to watch Matt Ogus, who was a natural bodybuilder. So I was seeing two complete opposite worlds. And I mean, that was going to be my question. Who's your guys' first influencer bodybuilder that you really followed? You started watching his workouts, followed him really closely in his Instagram, whatever it might be.
That's a tough question, dude.
Back in 2007, 2008, I got into getting on YouTube and looking for videos on training and just trying to, because I was trying to get bigger for sports and stuff. And I would see Ronnie Coleman videos. And then what I came across that and Ronnie was cool. I would copy his workouts and write them down. It was great. But what really got me was Kevin Levrone stuff. Kevin Levrone, some Creed in the background, nothing could top that, right? Yeah. That alt rock, that's what made me really want to be a bodybuilder is Kevin Levrone. But then you kind of see as you become an adult that and you hear the stories about all these guys and you just, I don't know. When you become a man, you realize that no man should be your idol, right? Yeah. When you're a boy, you can have idols, but when you're a man,
you don't know the truth yet.
Yeah, you don't know the truth, right? You should never get to know your idols. And so, now I'm okay, I don't, no idols for me.
I unfortunately met Kevin Levrone, and my scenario was, me and my client bumped into him at the LA Fit Expo. Asked him for a picture, and he ended up smacking his lips and saying, "Hurry up." Good. Hurry up.
Wow.
Did you not?
Did you still take the picture? Did you still take the picture?
No, I didn't. My client did. My client did because he was so excited. I was like, fuck this guy. That's my reaction.
I just said, I'm good. No, you're good.
Yeah.
I don't need the picture that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let me tell you this. So I was in the airport in Oklahoma City, and you remember Blake Griffin?
Uh-huh.
I was leaving my gate, and Blake Griffin was walking to his gate with his his handler or whatever. I said, "Hey, Blake, could I get a picture with you?" And his handler's like, we're in a hurry. And Blake was like, "Yeah, no problem." And he didn't have a single problem. Stopped, took the picture with me. And Kevin Levrone said at an expo and can't take a picture with his fans and wants to suck his teeth. That's wild to me, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's literally the comparison I put last time. I was like, he probably does get asked a good amount, especially after the LA Fit Expo. But it happens probably a few times a year. It's like it can't be as like a professional athlete, and these guys are even an actor, a celebrity, and they take it way better. It's kind of
Yeah, I used to like my favorite shit to watch was like the Animal Channel with like Evan Centopani. Frank, like that.
I thought you meant
Frank McGrath.
I thought you meant like the McGrath. TV, like Animal Planet or whatever.
No,
like, what are we talking about?
Shark Week.
Like the nature shows?
I'm a big fan of Shark Week. That's pretty intense.
How did we get there?
I just like looking at the fucking orangutans and shit. That's where I drew my fucking inspiration from. Orangutans walking around.
Silverback gorillas. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said Evan Centopani and Frank McGrath because I was like
that, and then Mountain Dog. I mean, all of this shit. I mean, I studied basically. So those were like my ones that I can remember. I'm sure there was other shit that I used to just fucking Google and YouTube all the fucking time, but like back when I started bodybuilding, there wasn't that much of the fitness influencer shit. That's for sure.
It was just the natty guys, like I said, Matt Ogus, Chris Jones. Physiques of Greatness. Well, funny enough, I got really lucky and I met Scott Stevenson. So I Sid knows I did a bodybuilding show, my first research show. I was supposed to do men's physique. I signed up for the wrong class. I ended up in the middleweights. And it was like 6 months into lifting, right? But Scott Stevenson, that happened to be his last show he did. He was at that Terminator show in Tucson.
Yeah.
I met him backstage and he gave me his contact information and he like gave me like a link to like this forum. So like immediately I got exposed to all that, but it kind of scared me. I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck?
Like, do you remember which forum it was? Do you remember which forum?
I remember, dude. I can't remember.
Was it Professional Muscle or Intense Muscle? Because Scott's Intense Muscle might have been it. Yeah, or either one of those. But Scott's like a big forum guy, right? That's where he made his name. His username is Homonunculus. I don't know what that is. I'm thinking it's some type of like man, like Homo sapiens, Homonunculus. I don't know, but he's
makes sense. Yeah,
smart guy, very smart guy.
Yeah, very smart.
Yeah. Scott Stevenson is the guy that did a bunch of. I'm just making sure I'm thinking of the right person. He did a lot of stuff with John Meadows, right? Like podcasts and stuff with him.
I feel like he might have done a few. He's the guy. He comes out on Think Big Bodybuilding now. He has like the longer hair. He's older. He's much older now.
Yeah. Dr. Scott Stevenson.
Yeah. So I am thinking of the right person. Okay,
he did some stuff with John. Like, I mean, all those guys were very connected back then, right? Like Shelby, John Meadows, Scott Stevenson, because it all came up on the same forum, which is Professional Muscle, where they all
makes sense.
Made their name.
But, here he is. Yeah, here he is.
Is he still in Tucson, or did he move out of Arizona?
I think the last time I saw him on the podcast, which was a Think Big one, he said he's still in Tucson. Yeah, okay, but I don't know. That was a while ago, so I mean, like a year ago. He still comes out pretty often. He has his own segment with them, but this specific time we're talking about where he's living, and he was in Tucson. He trains like outside. It's very weird. He has like this like setup at home where like, dude, have you ever seen his Instagram?
Like PT by Joe's type of gym, right? Like a semi.
No, way different. Pull it up, Marcel. Actually, but I feel like he had some stuff that he kept that he had kind of when he like did some stuff for COVID. Like I don't know, maybe it was during that time, and then it's some homemade stuff. Like he kind of uses it as like training equipment. Yeah, dude.
Homemade
so it's like
equipment.
Yeah, he's crazy. Obviously, he's a very smart man, so it's like he's probably make whatever he wants. And,
hold on, let's see. Share screen.
He's definitely one of the brightest guys in the industry by far. Okay.
Or to do training, right? That's his.
I think that's his thing. I don't think he's gonna have it down. See if that's gonna show everything he has. They've showed clips on the podcast, and he he has almost like a hack squat that used to be like a leg press. This is obviously like a Smith that has those cable attachments. That's nothing crazy.
Cable attachments. But he's got some old school shit.
Yeah, dude. He's an old school guy, you know? I mean, he loves the clanging and banging. He ain't no machine guy. That's
the
for sure.
fucking Smith row with a little shrug.
Extension.
Yeah.
It's actually good you have this pulled up, though, because now we can go kind of right into this next segment or question. Actually, I had it sent to me as a question as well, but the whole men's wellness.
Oh, geez.
You can look up I think it's on Who Is Best Bodybuilding. No, look up
Who is best?
Who Is Best. Yeah, that page has like an article.
Search. Who is
Who
best?
is?
Yeah, who is the best BB?
Yeah, there you go.
Who is the best BB?
I know that. They know they have an article in there somewhere, and
yeah, keep scrolling. You can't miss it, Marcel. You'll see it.
I'm getting distracted by all this muscle.
Oh yeah, all about the men.
Yes.
Oh, there
it is.
There you go.
All right. So do you guys know the details of it? Maybe I should start off with that. So it was a show in Brazil. He was the only competitor in this class. It wasn't an NPC sanctioned show. It was like a different. I don't know exactly. And yeah, I think that's all I kind of have. It's in Brazil again. So, where I'm confused is where is the I won't say it.
Where's his junk?
Yeah,
is that what you're saying? Where's the Wayne?
Yeah. So that's why I was confused, because if he's men's wellness, does he call himself a man, or is he?
It's duct taped.
Yeah, I think he's got it tucked to the posterior.
Oh shit! Okay.
Low key though, he is wellness. He's got some.
He has the big ass legs. I'll give him credit for the legs. Like,
do you think he trains his upper body at all?
No.
Because the chest, it doesn't look like the chest is trained at all. But he's got some delts.
Yeah, he's got rear delts here. He's got some shoulder caps.
He probably trains exactly like a woman, who does wellness.
100%.
Wellness, yeah. Well, exactly wellness competitor.
To be honest, if you put a wellness bra or a wellness, a wellness bikini top,
you would know
on him, and you put one of those COVID masks over his face so you can't see the stubble, you would think that's a female, right?
I'm trying to find the Adam's apple, but it's hard to see.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
where it is? Okay, all right. I saw the Adam's apple. It's legit. Okay.
Because the structure is very feminine too, right? He has
dude, it's very hourglass shape.
Yeah,
it's what the fuck?
So,
that's what I'm saying. That's why at first I wanted to know the details of if this was someone that's transitioning and all that, because I'm curious. How do you get if it is a he? How do you get his body to fucking shape like that?
All right, so here's the thing. I have I am the least judgmental person ever. I don't give a fuck who you like, what you do, what color you are, what religion you are. I don't care. As long as you're a good person, I don't give a fuck about where you come from, what you do, what you like, who you don't like. I don't care. That is your choice, your freedom. I'm cool with it. All right.
Some judgment is about to come right now.
But okay, where do we draw the line as a professional league in this shit?
Yeah.
Where do we draw the line? What's next? We were talking about with Luis. What, men's bikini?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's next?
Yeah.
We can't allow one person to create a fucking class for themselves. We can't allow that. That's not the criteria of the sport. I get the whole, include everybody or make everybody feel welcome and special. Cool, I fucking get it. But go compete in men's physique.
Yeah. I think there actually is a league specifically for gay people and transgenders and stuff. It's geared to them, and I think this would be a great fit for them. But the IFBB and the NPC is never going to have this, and I think rightfully so.
I hope not, because here's the thing. Here's what I was telling Luis, as a dad, right? I might get shit for this, but whatever. All right, there's a lot of kids that show up to watch their parents at NPC and IFBB events. Yeah. Okay, how do you explain this?
Well, it's hard enough to explain the women, the bikini, man. I personally, I'm not bringing my son to any shows to watch the women's portion. I don't. He doesn't need to be seeing women bend over, and he also doesn't need to be seeing this. But I get what you're saying. I think just a lot of the two classes out of the women's portion or of the women's divisions are a little bit too sexualized, and so. But I totally agree. I think it's not appropriate for children to be seeing.
And because it's okay, so they come to the show, they they come to support you, right? And then you see this type of class on stage, and then you get your kid being like, "Oh, I want to do this." Like, okay, cool.
I mean, it's kind of the same.
But it's like planting a seed in somebody's head to do something like that. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, is it's normal for some people, sure, like that's your norm, cool. No problem with that. But there needs to be a line. We can't be making classes just to make everybody feel included. Like we just can't do that. Like if you go to a collegiate sport, do you make an extra fucking weight class for somebody because they want to be in that particular weight class for wrestling? No, these are the weight classes. Pick one and compete.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting to see, like, if this person was to compete in actual women's wellness in the U.S., right?
Sorry, hold on, Sid. Do you guys see Chris's comment?
No.
I'm out.
I'm out. I just. Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. I'm sorry. I just saw that. I just read the comment. I'm like, oh fuck. You tell me how you really feel. Anyway, sorry. No. Continue on, Sid.
I mean, I think, you know, I think that it'd be, if they wanted to compete, you know, they're doing things where we're putting, like the issue I have with transgender people competing in division, you know, I have an issue with males transition to females competing against females in certain sports where they would have an advantage, right? Like athletic endeavors. But a male transition to female and competing in like a femininity contest like this, it'd be very difficult for them to have an unfair advantage. So like if somebody who was like transitioned to a female was to compete in women's wellness, I mean, if they did a good job, we wouldn't even be able to tell. But like, I think what I would find weird is if this person was to come out, like as a man and like wear just the wellness bottoms without a top, like that to me would blur some lines and be confusing because it's women's wellness, right? You want to be present as a woman, right? If you want to present as a woman, then do it. But if you want to, it's peculiar to me.
But here's the thing: you said that there wouldn't be an advantage, but that's not true. Because if you're a dude that wants to compete in female wellness, put a fucking bra on this dude. He has an advantage. He's got testosterone in him.
But the
he
thing
puts
is,
on muscle better.
The thing, but as far as but they're not grading on just like the muscularity. They're grading on the structure, the like the femininity too, right?
There's a lot of other factors. Yeah.
Like
bro, but
a woman is always going to have an advantage.
That guy's got it. You put a pair of tits on him, and he's got it.
Yeah, I mean that's a difference, right? If this person still needs, you know, plastic surgery, he needs like facial hair removal, all this and the other, like, and he's still at a disadvantage compared to a female, right?
I agree. So I agree.
Yeah, like in the same lens, I'd be totally fine with some woman who transitions to a male trying to compete in, like, if Andrea Shaw decided to go full, and she's a beautiful woman, she's not transgender in the slightest, but if she wanted to be a transgender and like transition, grow a beard, cut her hair, pass as a man, get like her breasts removed, and compete as a man. Yeah, she can do that. That's fine, and she'd do great. She might even turn pro as like a middleweight or something.
Yeah, but dude, she would whoop some classic physique ass, dude.
There's actually this kid. I blocked his name, but there's this guy who's actually was a former female, and that's him. And he's like chasing his pro card, and he's transitioning. Or transitioned to a male now. Which is crazy you're talking about, because I was about to mention him. Like he does really well in classic, and he has like a really, really good physique.
He's from New York, right?
Yeah.
I've seen him before. Yeah, and he looks great. Like if you can, like if you're gonna put yourself in a place where you're at a disadvantage and still be a trooper and still go for it, have at it, man. I'm fine with that. The issue is like, you know, where if you're beating up on women in swimming or MMA or something, that's my problem. But you know, and I feel bad because I don't know whether to call him like a man or a woman. I don't even know what he wants to go by. You know, like I'm not trying to like misgender him by calling him he.
Yeah, I'm assuming men's though. If he jumped into men's wellness,
do you guys know this guy's name?
But they did share his at though. They did share his at somewhere.
The at there.
Let's see. I'll look at this, see if we can.
No, I don't.
Like
think
he's been doing this for a long time, man. And when I went through his profile, I was curious. It looks like he's always been a dude. That's why I was like, oh, okay.
Well, here's the fucking thing, though. Like,
I think on the one before, the one before.
One before, huh?
Yeah, that's the promoter of the show right there.
Okay.
Yeah. See, so he dresses like a guy when he's normal.
Yeah.
So it's like I think he does call himself a man. I think he's just super feminine. And he might be gay. Maybe I should have said that, but I think he's just super feminine.
He's probably gay.
I mean, it's a safe guess, but.
Man, he's like okay, well, here's the thing, though. Like, I just have a problem with creating a class for everybody.
No, there shouldn't be a class.
Like you said, like, where do we stop? Yes, exactly.
Yeah, where do we draw the line? You know, like, all power to you. Like, you fucking... Oh, there we go.
There it is.
What does that say? Sam?
He has 25K followers. Damn.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah. He must be popular from there.
He's probably going to pick up some posing clients because he looks like he's got.
I'll give him credit for that. He's very good at posing. Like,
I mean, he's wearing
women's.
He's got a sports bra.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. This just put a new level of it in there where you just. It's an extra level we're gonna have to fucking peel off to figure this out.
That's confusing, man.
Yeah.
Because to me, like when I think about. Like if they were to add a men's bikini, that would be so bizarre. Or like, and you know, women's physique is, you know, it's downsized female bodybuilding, right? But if some guy was to ask to go create a new men's physique with just like women's physique, where they wear just like the women's bottoms and no top, and then they pose like with their hands open and do like the arm extended side chest the women do. It's just too much, right?
Yeah,
I think it's excessive. So I feel you, Marcel. We don't need any more classes. Tyler doesn't think so either.
Well, here's the thing, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the dude for doing what he wants to do. All power to you in that aspect.
Yeah.
This is. I have no problem with that person. I have a problem with the organizations allowing it to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think this is just some kind of unsanctioned show in Brazil, right? Like this.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. It was an NPC. Obviously, I don't mean a dog the WBFF, but I was telling him it's kind of similar to like some of the shit you see with them. Like some of their girls, the way they pose in that federation, you'll see them going like this, touching their tits, and like
got fucking angel wings on and shit. Like this bitch about to float away or flex. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's already super sexualized as it is. It's like, why make it more?
Yeah, so long story short, let's not continue this. Let's not make this a new trend in our sport. Like we have enough problems with live streams. We don't need problems with fucking men's wellness. Like if we get perfect live streams, I'll allow men's wellness to happen.
I mean, they might cancel the NPC and the IFBB if they don't do it. So they got to be careful.
Fuck it, we've been canceled. What are you talking about?
True, very true.
The NPC and IFBB is as conservative as it gets, though. You know, like politically. So this is never going to happen. Like if you talk to these guys, they're very very Republican.
Yeah. They keep their
MAGA type. Yeah.
MAGA baby all day. Well, you know, it is what it is. To each their own. Yeah. But let's not make this more difficult.
We're not hating, it's just our opinion. You know, it's what we think for our sport will be the best for it. You know, obviously it is what it is, but
just let's not make a class for every fucking single person that wants to be included in the sport now. That's all I'm saying. These are our criteria to compete in our sport. Pick one and go with it. Let's not make an extra one for you.
If we're gonna do that, we might as well just make like an all blacks class or something.
Oh, bro!
We all know they have the best genetics.
Did you just put the Negro League back into existence for?
I'm just saying bodybuilding, bro. Bodybuilding.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Let's do some Arnold Classic predictions.
Fucking canceled. We've been canceled.
We don't have enough black people on this podcast to make that appropriate.
I was saying if we're going to go head that direction, we might as well do that too.
Why, Luis?
I don't feel it's fair.
Explain yourself.
You hit the pen too hard, Luis. Let's move on.
Bro, explain yourself.
I face black guys all the time in my class, okay? Class D class is always black dudes.
It's all fun and games until the bubbly black guy shows up. We all know that he's bodybuilders.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games until he shows up and you're like, oh, fuck me. I'm I'm done for the day.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. But we all know, like, that reason. Yeah, they're genetically blessed. That's all it is. That's all the joke
All
is.
fun and games, but, you guys are good.
No. You guys have cheat codes. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, let's see. I'm pulling this bitch up.
Arnold?
Arnold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We're doing top 5?
Should we keep top 5? Or, okay.
Yeah, that works for me.
I guess.
I'm going to use the bathroom real quick while you pull that. Okay?
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Take my headphones out so you don't hear me peeing.
Okay.
We don't need commentary.
Flow was.
Yeah, he's got kidney issues.
Yeah, it trickles out.
He's fucking got kidney issues. Oh, your flow isn't hard enough, bro.
Yeah. Take something for your. What's the other reason that sometimes your flow isn't that strong? Your
prostate.
Prostate. There you go. You gotta take some prostate stuff.
Yeah, prostate and kidney stones and shit. What? What do you want, dude?
Talk to Marcel. I'm talking to the Dom. Fucking was having issues. He ended up just texting me. He's like, dude, I don't know what's going on. He's like, every time
it must have been his internet because he just he would log on and then it would lose connection.
What's so weird is obviously I did it with him, remember, and we didn't have any issues. Like the whole podcast was smooth. So it's
maybe
like
Wi-Fi or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, he used all his data up, all the good data.
Homie forgot to pay his phone bill. Come here.
That's funny.
Come on.
So for you, has anything switched at all from the last time you picked?
What's up?
Has anything changed in your top 5 from your last decisions?
Yeah, let me grab a piece of paper here. All right, so James is looking wild.
Yeah, James is looking.
All right, I'm just gonna go through these. Ramiko, not big enough. Okay, he's got to grow into that. He's a 212 guy. James looks wild. Samson looks wild. Akeem, who the fuck knows how he shows up? He's a fucking... You never know with him. Antoine looks crazy, but I think there's too much caliber in there that are complete dudes that will definitely fuck things up for him. Shaban, not sure. Haven't seen him compete in a while, but I'm not going to put my money on him. Andrew jacked is not jacked right now. He's out. Justin is fucking Justin. He might smidge in there. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 Samson, 2 Hottie.
Okay.
3 James. He looks improved.
Okay.
4 See, Akeem, he always fucks with me because you don't know how he shows up ever. It could be an unbelievable Akeem, he's going to smoke everybody, or it could be the shitty Akeem that smokes nobody.
Pick him,
but
pick him.
Akeem, I'll save mine for later because I want to win this. So
that's why I'm like, pick him. Yeah.
Pick him.
All right, I'm going to go with 4 Raphael. 5. I'm going to go with Justin. Because when he comes on point, he's got some weird proportions that some people have a tough time with.
Who's he working with right now? Does he have a new coach?
Who the fuck knows? He had 17 coaches.
He's back with Abdullah.
Yeah, he's back with Abdullah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's working with him before? I didn't know that.
At a certain point, you fucking, as a coach, you're like, hey, go fuck yourself.
After the third time, he ditches you for a different coach. You just say, you're cut off, mister. Find someone else. It's like a cheating ex. You just got to let him go sometimes.
Depends how good never mind.
That's mine.
Yeah. Well, Justin's isn't that good, so they'll let him go.
I'm locked in. Final answer. That's it for me.
Okay. So what was that? You said Samson, Hottie, and
listen, bro.
James.
Don't you worry about what my picks were.
Okay, here's my picks. I got Hottie 1, Samson 2, James 3, Brandeo 4, and De La Rosa 5.
We're close. We're close, dude.
We're very close.
Yeah. And the easiest way I thought we could end up grading it or making it work is first place is 5 points, second place is 4, third place is 3, fourth is 2, fifth is 1. So your total points together.
Yeah, you nail it, you get the points. You don't nail it, you don't get any points. Easy enough.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna go with Samson, Hottie, Rafa, James, and I'm not a wild card horse.
Woo!
Wow, we've all got really different picks.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think Samson's going to bring enough conditioning that's going to – it's not going to be better than the Hotties, but I think it's going to be enough where, like, Arnold's tend to like more shape, more, that different look, I feel, at least in the past.
Here's the thing. Hottie kind of fucked up at the Olympia, so I don't know if they'll punish him or not for his little
you think so?
unintentional unintentional storm off stage, because I don't think I'm not sure if it was intentional. I don't think it was, because he's deaf and he's genuinely a nice dude from what I've seen. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know the guy.
No,
but like from what I've seen.
He definitely did it on purpose. Like, I don't think he should be docked, but dude, like, everyone's standing there and he literally's taking it off, walking away, where everyone's like, dude, like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. Even if you're deaf, you can still see it. So
that was on purpose. Yeah. Have you seen Hottie with that metal since? No. No.
He's an intense dude, intense dude. He's
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Hottie. He's a great bodybuilder. He's been around forever. He's always comes in fucking correct. He always poses great. He has fun on stage. But I think they're gonna start rewarding Samson soon. I think they're gonna start grooming Samson to be the next Mr. O. That's just my opinion.
I just can't see Samson getting hard enough from the back. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be.
You think so? I haven't seen him. Let's see if we can pull him.
I don't think he's gonna be Mr. Olympia condition from the back, like ever. I think there's always gonna be somebody who's like a little bit ahead, like whether that's Derek, whether that's Hottie, or whether that's some new guy that's gonna come up. But
so, do you think Hottie has a better chance of winning again compared to Samson winning it once?
Yeah, I don't see Samson beating him, but I could very well be wrong. He does look crazy. Samson looks insane. Like those legs, man. Those legs are nutty.
Like we've mentioned,
that shot's nutty. That shot's so complete. There's nothing missing right there. Nothing.
Like, it's funny. Like we all said, it's all fun and games until the bubbly black dude shows up. They show up, you're fucked, man.
Yeah. I bet Hottie would agree with me.
This is the picture that I saw, and I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I saw this too, but then if you actually see him in the pose, like his glutes, like they still look the same. I think I saw a video after that and looked the same. But I will say, like the way his triceps are hanging, that low back, it looks gnarly. But
let's see if Milos likes to drop it.
These pictures are filtered as heck, man.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah.
You think so? Why did they do that, you think?
I don't know, man. Like, Tour is big on the filters too, but I think that's why people are so disappointed when they see these guys
Patrick
on stage.
All the time?
Yeah.
That's why we're always like, here goes Patrick again with the fucking craziest pictures ever leading up to the show, and then they show up like a bag of water.
Yeah.
He's working with Horse too? Look at this motherfucker go.
Milos has everybody, man. Like,
Milos is a fucking... I think we talked about this on the last podcast. Milos has like a resurgence right now of fucking...
Yeah.
He came back from the dead. When is this? 1 week ago?
It's James, Horse, and Samson in the Arnold. That's crazy. 3 clients.
I will say this. James is going to be his best ever, I think.
No. He looks like a more complete, drier, bigger, rounder James already. Jesus
actually
Christ.
going to peak properly for this show. Like, he's always been one direction or the other. I think his best look was with Phil Viz, his first year, like his second year competing. But after that, he's been one direction or the other. But now I think he's actually going to be like on point. So
yeah. Before we get off of here, can we all fucking put this to rest that nobody's ever going to look like this again?
I know, right?
Just pops up and you see the tremendous difference of how good this dude was.
I know. The prime Ronnie Coleman would beat anybody. There's nobody that would beat.
Phil Keith was a close second, right? Not a close second. He was a second for sure.
Yeah.
But Ronnie's just fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if he has any other updates. Milos likes to post some cool shit here and there.
Milos has a good page.
Yeah. Because he posts like throwback shit too, like this.
Yep.
Look how round Dennis James was.
I know.
Look at the roundness on that.
His traps, dude.
That's fucking retarded. God, we're getting fucking canceled again. Ridiculous. I didn't say retarded. I said ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh man, Monsters Inc.
So how much you guys want? I forgot to mention that part. How much should we put down for the bet? I'm gonna get $25, $50.
Yeah, whatever. 25, 50. I'm good with either.
Okay, let's just put a K down a band. I'm just kidding. We're bodybuilders, guys. We don't have money like that.
It's all going to this other stuff.
Yeah, no shit. Start a fucking GoFund so we can place a bet.
25.
Anyway.
What do you want? 25 or 50? And winner take all?
Winner take all.
Is it just us three, or is Derek doing it too?
Derek.
I was gonna exempt him because like he's
got a client in there.
Does he still have Ramiko winning? Because I hope he does the bets then. Okay, good. Yeah, have him bet, please.
Yeah. Let's take his money. Fuck it.
That's literally what I said before we started recording. I was like, we're just taking his money and we haven't participated, which I'm not against, but
fuck it. Let's take his money. No, but I think up to you guys. You guys decided 25 or 50, and you guys let me know.
Okay. I say 50, make it enticing, but
make it 50.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's around.
And we're gonna do we're gonna do a live viewing, and we're gonna record our reactions in the live viewing.
We'll probably just do at least the opening.
The finals. Yeah, the finals.
If you want to hop on that day with us, then let us know.
Yeah, if I have the availability, I will.
Fuck that. What do you got to do? You're a dad, like
single dad problems, man.
Yeah, kids come second, bro.
Yeah.
You train late, huh, Sid? You like training at night?
Yeah, I train pretty late too. Yeah, I like to just go like 10 o'clock when the gym's empty, so I don't have to share equipment. I'm that guy. I don't like sharing equipment.
I'm the total opposite because I can't, dude. If I train at 10 p.m., I would not be able to go to sleep till like 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I usually don't go to sleep until like 1:30.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. That screws up the sleep. If I went earlier, it'd be a lot better. But I just can't stand. I can't be in a busy gym. I hate it.
Where do you normally train? What's your spot?
I'm in at around like 32nd Thomas now, so there's like a pretty good EOS on like right on Central. It's pretty solid. So it's open late. Yeah, it's a newer one. Yeah, it's like next to like a Zips, and it's Park and Central or something is what it's called. The area. Yeah, it's good.
Actually moving over to 7th in Camelback, so that might be the EOS I start hitting.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. It's pretty busy, but it's good.
Yeah.
Depends on time you go.
Yeah.
My wife is about to pop, so I'm probably going to be fucking training at the house way more than I like to. But
baby Liam, almost here. Yeah,
I do. Yeah, dude, she's about to pop, bro. She's ready to go. She's ready to go, and then we'll have fun.
It's good. It'll be worth it. It sounds like
no. I have no. Here's the thing. So I told them I gave myself no excuse, right? Because everybody's like, "Oh, you're not gonna bodybuild when the kid comes." First of all, motherfuckers, we already have a kid in the house. Okay, let's start with that. Second of all, I have no excuse. I build myself a gym in my house because I knew that she was gonna have a kid, and I gave myself no excuse to fuck off. I can go train when the baby's sleeping. Yeah. Like there's no excuse for me not to do that.
it's actually really easy, like the first couple of months when the kid, as long as your wife breastfeeds, right? Like if she's breastfeeding from the tit, you are golden, man, because you don't have to bottle feed him. Like she does all the soothing. It's awesome. If she pumps and you're doing that, then it's a little bit more tough.
Dude, she gets like 3 months paid from her work at home, so
that's awesome.
I'm just gonna be a deadbeat dad and not do anything. I'll do a prep. I'll do a prep in those 3 months.
Prep during that. That sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like a good idea.
What could possibly go wrong with that?
Yeah, what could go wrong in that scenario?
Postpartum depression? What's that? That doesn't exist.
Fuck that.
No. I'm worried about post-show depression.
Yeah.
No competing for me until second part of the year.
No,
after we get in the groove of things. If we get in the groove of things, I'm gonna go do nationals.
He's due next month?
End of April, beginning of May.
End of April. So okay. All right, yeah.
We don't have a legit date because we don't know when it was actually conceived or when her whatever missed period was. So they're ballparking it. So anyway, anything else you guys want to add? Comment, concern?
No, I think we went far enough. We had some questions, but it was a very good length of the podcast. We'll save those for some other time.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I have a question for you guys. I've been thinking about this one.
Fuck. Okay, if he has a question, that's not good.
It's a very strange question. What is the best feeling of these three? Taking a poop when you really have to poop, taking a pee when you really have to pee, or when your nose is super blocked and you blow your nose and you get all the boogers out and you can breathe again? Which one? Which of those three is the best?
Oh. Okay, I'm going to go with here's the thing. I had really bad sinus infections before where I could not breathe for weeks at a time. And once it cleared, it was fucking fantastic. I slept for 2 days straight because I wasn't able to sleep. My mouth would get dry. I had to sleep with my mouth open. Humidifiers wouldn't help. Nothing, dude. I was fucking miserable. You guys know those nasal sprays to clear block?
Yeah, Afrin. Yeah.
Afrin. I was literally, my body got addicted to Afrin. We had to take her off of Afrin. It was that bad. So once I was able to breathe and sleep, I'll take that.
Okay. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was gonna say about me choosing is I've never had that stuff of a nose, so I can't really I've never had that sensation. About it peeing and pooping. I'd say pooping. I've had some scenarios where it's I was fucking holding on for dear life and
turtlenecking.
Yeah, dude, really good.
Yeah,
you were turtling.
The surface.
Okay.
Why'd you ask that? Where did that come from?
Well, no, I was just thinking because I was taking a poop and I was like, man, that feels good. And then I've taken a pee and I thought that felt great too. And then I have a deviated septum, so I'll sometimes get really clogged up and and if I blow my nose and it's just that feeling of release and openness, it's just amazing. So I thought those are three very good feelings that you don't really consider so much, right?
If you're ever having a bad day, Sid, I want you to hold your pee, I want you to hold your shit, and then have your nose stuffed for an hour, and then sit down on the toilet and do it all at once.
I'm pretty sure you die.
I'm pretty sure you would come.
Yeah. I think that's the second type of orgasm you can have. But there's a normal one and then that one.
Obviously, when you were saying the question at first, when you said the poop and the pee, I thought the third one was going to be coming. I was
no,
bro,
that one's obvious. That one's obvious.
I've already talked about it in the podcast. Dude, I went almost 2 years without sex, right? But during that time span, I also went, honestly, almost 7 months without even ejaculating. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro, okay? First time I hooked up with a girl was at the end of last year, right? Bro, I've never seen so much, come on. Bro, I literally tried pee. What the?
Did you wonder if you peed yourself?
Dude, it was so much on the fucking bed. did I just piss? And I looked down. I was like, no, it was just that much of a load, bro. It was wild. Wild.
You never had a wet dream or anything? That never happened?
Yeah, I had a few.
Okay, all right.
times. I did.
Dude, funny story is, I'm in the hospital, right? I'm having a heat stroke, and they think I'm having a real heat stroke. So they're and I'm in and out of it. I'm in and out. I'm kind of know what's going on, but I don't really know what's going on. I think I'm having a stroke too because my vision in my eye went away, my arm went limp. So they're like, "What the? This dude's having a stroke." So they take me in. They have to do a scan of everything. You know what I mean? And they do a contrast scan. Mm-hmm. So they like put dye and iodine into your body. I don't know if you guys ever had that done, but it's this hot feeling that you get that starts by your crotch and it just radiates out. It feels like you piss and shit yourself. That's what it feels like. And I'm out of it inside of an MRI machine. I'm inside a metal tube, right? And all of a sudden I feel this and I come through and literally in my brain, I thought I'm dying. Because supposedly before you die, you let go of your bowel and shit. So I come through, I'm in a fucking metal tube like a fucking inside a tuna can. And then all of a sudden I feel all this. And I was just like, oh, this is it. This is the last thing I'm going to see. This is fucking it. I'm out, dudes. Like, so that, for some reason, just that, when you mention that, or did you pee yourself? Anytime somebody says something about peeing themselves, I think of the time, I'm like, I thought I was dying. I thought that was it. I was ready to go. I was fucking ready to go. And then they realize I'm having just a heat stroke. So.
No big deal. Yeah. Other than a regular stroke, right?
Yeah.
No, that's for sure.
All right. Anyway, we've been on long enough.
Yep.
Do us a favor, guys. Go like, comment, subscribe. Keep helping us, supporting us. Help us get the broadcast even more reached out. So do us a favor. Say comment, like, or subscribe.
Yeah.
Well,
don't hate us. Don't
me, guys.
Absolutely, bro. Thank you, Sid. You know you're always welcome, bro. I'm gonna keep bothering you every time.
Yeah.
Always welcome.
I'm just a busy guy, but I'll catch you guys later, okay?
I appreciate you. Yep.
See you later, Sid. Peace.